So as you can see, the first card is the Six of Wands. And I love this, Aquarius, that this is in your first position. This guy is of service. He has public acclaim, acknowledgement, victory around his service, who he is as a person. He's riding in very beautifully dressed in this red. I mean, you can't help but notice him, right? On this white horse. See how he stands out amongst all the others. It doesn't mean that you, of course, are going to be too overconfident. That's the other part of this card, or the negative of this card, is to become overconfident about who you are. I don't feel like that's going to happen with you guys. I don't. It's in this first position. So to me, that means the position of this is the foundation of the month. You can be acknowledged for who you are in your service. There's people around you that support you, but you are the one who can let your light shine, who can let others see how much you've done without really having to too much go out of your way. You know, sometimes Aquarius is just the great smile when you walk into a room, or when you're meeting with people, or when you're giving a presentation, or when you're at work saying to people, oh, how's your day going? How are you doing? And of course, if they're not in the mood to talk, they'll let you know. But sometimes it's just that. I feel like this card is about public acknowledgement, but in a way I feel like it's private, sort of like humility for you, being humble. Let's just put it that way, being very humble. I do also see this is the Knight of Chalices, which is the same with the Knight of Cups. So there is some sort of proposal coming your way. Now this could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So pay attention to any of those. It could be man or woman. Pay attention to any of those that are in your life. Proposals. This could be romantic, or this could be a business proposal. But someone wants to offer you more. I think someone's seen that, hey, you know, you're pretty good at what you do. You let your light shine, and therefore you attract others. And happy birthday still to those Aquarians that are still out there, that have birthdays to come towards the end of February, the middle to the 23rd. So there's still a little bit of time for some of you. Yeah, so it feels like it's interesting. 1, 2, 3 horses in your reading. That gets my attention. You know, horses are about strength. And so I feel this could be a number of things, but I feel like that you have the strength and wherewithal to get through what all you need to. The first card, the second card, and then the fourth card in the first. This is the first position of the second row. They're all different colors. Look, white, speckled, brown. One of them looks like this would look like to me like, well, it does, a victory horse. This looks like a spotted, what do you call them? You horse people, I know that you'll put the comments below. And I love horses. This looks like a workhorse to me, which it is. This is the Knight of Wands, and I'll get to that. But you have strength in all areas of your life, whether it's your personal, whether it's your work, and whether it's social. It could be social invitations to you. You could start receiving social invitations. This could be the social invitation horse. After people see that, you know, you really have a lot going on. I'm really just feeling that with you all. And you get some invitations. And I think this is the Ten of Swords that comes up in the third card of the first row. The Ten of Swords is about, you know, these are the swords all around her, and those are her thoughts and fears. And she's really doing a ceremony of letting those go. Look how the cauldron is over the fire, and the smoke is going into the woods. It's like, okay, putting all my beliefs and what I'm afraid of and what hasn't worked out to me, I'm going to put them in this cauldron. I'm going to boil it and just let them go. You know, that's how some people say to get rid of beliefs or about a person, a relationship that didn't work out, is like write it out and then and then put a flame to it and let it just burn up. Of course, put it in a cauldron. Put it in something. Don't just do it in your house. Don't do it in your house. Do it outside. But that's what she's doing. She's completely letting go, and she's getting past. The 10 is, that's it. That's all. My emotions are intact. I have everything I need. I'm not going to get stuck on beliefs that others feel what I should do, if I should, continue with this relationship, if I should continue with this job. You're past that. You're celebrating. In fact, this is really celebrating the fact that you understand that. The boars down here do. The boars are for strength. They understand it. All right. And then your next card of the second row is the Knight of Wands. And I want to look at these cards in conjunction to each other. So, and you have two knights as well, and these two knights touch each other. So you're going to have proposals, Aquarius, plus you're going to be going on a new venture as far as your work. The knight in this particular card, as you can see, she's going to, this says right here, village. She's going to the village, if you can read that. And the village has the sun setting in the background. She looks nice. She has her headdress on and her green dress. So she's ready for more excitement and more adventure. She's sent out resumes already. She's done that. She's ready to move forward. And there's a lot of orange in this card, and yeah, more orange rust looking. And of course, this represents a fire sign. This could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, sun, moon, or rising. So you might, think about that. Any of those signs that are in your chart, people that are in your chart that are Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, man or woman, who could help you fulfill your victory and support you and help you fulfill your needs. This is almost like new ideas coming in after you've already achieved acclaim and victory. And then it touches this Knight of Chalices. So these two this might be a related instance, or where there's, a water sign and a fire sign. Be interesting. A water and a fire, who normally, may not work that well together. This could be an instance, though, where you're concerned, Aquarius, because you are the innovator. You are the trailblazer. So maybe you can show other people how that works. Maybe these people, you inspire them, these knights. It's interesting you have two knights. And the knights are usually people, as we know, that are not in their, they're in their midlife. They're not the pages, the young dudes, and they're not the queens and the kings. They're in the prime of their life. So you're inspiring people. This could be around your service, what you do at work or what you do with your business. That maybe could be it, as you're inspiring these I have a little bit of a cold. These water and fire signs, or at least your service, when you need to be compassionate and warm and nurturing, your water signs come out. When you need to have fire, then you have the fire. You have the umph. You have the passion to do so. All right? And then the Eight of Swords comes up, and this came up in the last spread, and I, of course, shuffle like crazy. Little bit of fogginess about your thinking. See how she's tied up? She has the bandana around her head. So, if all she has to do, there's that long hair blowing in the back. It looks almost like if she stands there long enough, that wind, which is blowing her hair, could help her break loose. I don't know why it feels that way. It just feels like to ground, get out of your head space. And because, the thinking cards are that, being in our head too much, not being grounded. So it could be that you've been thinking about your different options, and you feel like you just can't make a decision. What should I do? Should I work with this particular person? Should I go on this particular trip and this particular destination? A variety of options, and you are feeling bound by which way to go. And it's interesting because it's the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords here. Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords in this corner. Boy, these two want to stick together. Interesting. So the Ten of Swords is about letting all that go. This card is, it feels like a caution card to acknowledge yourself and your feelings and not just go with the flow or what the other people are doing, or, really your own unique idealistic self. You could be selfish, Aquarius. I feel like you can be selfish about this. To put yourself first in whatever way you need to. If you've had a great idea and other people are going, oh, I don't know, I don't know, and you feel stuck because of that, get grounded and really tune into what it is that you feel like you need, not anybody else, because you have so much going on around you with these horses, and then you have this need to let go anyway. And the last card that comes up in last place is a Major Arcana card. This is the same as the Temperance card. And as you can see around her head, there are the fairies who are giving her angelic guidance, intuition, psychic hits. And that's what I want you all to pay attention to. Not this in your head thing, although these are around her head, of course, but this is coming from, this is like bridging the spiritual and the material together. This is coming from your intuition, from your dreams, from synchronicities, from what makes you laugh, what makes you feel good when you've done a task or a project or been with someone. Did I have fun? Was that great? Was that awesome? Because you want to manifest the happiness into, see how she's putting this brew here. She's listening to them, the guidance, and she's putting it in this brew. There's the purple flowers for intuition. So she's paying attention to her intuition. This card is about patience to manifest. And it comes up in last place. So even though you start off with this acknowledgement and you have some proposals or social things going on here and new ventures, you still need to have some patience. There's some manifesting you can do. You have good people skills, some of you. And if you use your good people skills, you can talk to others around you where there may be conflicts or not, or just different ideas, and help others to see the way in which you feel like would be the best outcome. What would be in everybody's best interest? And you need to have patience around that. You really need to pay attention to that. She's leaning, almost leaning into these little fairies here. So it's like her feet are sort of on the ground, but her head is, she's almost getting ready to fall over. So to me, it feels like she's leaning into these fairies, into this spiritual guidance. So her world will be brighter, because this is a darker card. And this patience comes, it's around these sword cards. So the universe, since it's the Major Arcana, is saying, it's okay. Let yourself go through these transitions and these transformations that you're going through, Aquarius. All right. Okay. So let's see what comes up. I'm going to draw a few clarification cards. The Five of Swords. Okay. Don't you love it? Well, the Five of Swords is about drawing the sand in the line. It comes up on the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Chalices. But see how this guy is saying, okay, this is it. And these other two people are backing off. Again, your individual self, Aquarius. Some of you are going to be moving on. I mean, literally moving. This is a life-changing card, the Eight of Cups. All of her cups are up. None of them are down. But she has her back to them. She's looking towards new, she's looking at the stars and the moon for her intuition. Remember? So that she can move forward. She's paying attention to what she wants. She's leaving behind everything that she needs to. She's learned whatever lessons she's needed to that are valuable, but she's ready to, she has on her beautiful pink hat, and she has her staff here, and it's growing the green. So there's new plants, new plantings that you're doing. She has on her purple scarf that's blowing, and there's water around her. So she's not leaving all of her emotions behind, just the ones that she doesn't need anymore. Really, this is a life-changing card. Could be moving past an organization, past work, leaving a relationship, any of those things. Page of Pentacles comes up. So this is a young dude we were talking about earlier. I said the young dudes are the pages. This is news of a new opportunity coming up for some of you. If you can, let things go, this is a good sign. And the Sun card. Well, the Sun comes out after there's been rain and storms or snowstorms or volcanoes, tidal waves, you name it. And another horse. I love these horses for you all, Aquarius. So you all comment if any of you are horse people or love horses, or maybe you haven't been around them much, but I love them. I absolutely love them. I just think they're great. They're gentle creatures for the most part. So here we have a white, very bright and horse and a happy child, happy sun. But that's really what the Sun is. The Sun comes out after going through transitions and battles and transformations, like I said earlier. This is not for naught. This is just not like, oh yeah, I think I'll go, lay around and be lazy. No, you've been through some stuff and you're ready to shine the light and say, okay, it's new. I'm ready for the newness of the world and the playfulness of the child. So let your inner child come out. That looks so bright compared to these two cards here, doesn't it? Or these three cards. So let your brightness come out. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to add up the 6 original cards. We have the 6, 7, 10 is 17, 18, and 8 is what, 26? Is that right? 26 and 14 is what, 40? And 4 and 0 is 4. Since I'm doing it with 6 cards, there's more additions, so you all correct me, but that's what it looks like to me. 14 and 8, 22, 23, 33, 34, and 6 is 40. Yep. Okay. So 4 in numerology is about your foundation. It's about your structure. It's about putting your structure into place. If you think of how when you draw a 4, the first line is like a wall. Let's just say a wall. And then the L shape is a bracket hooked on that wall. So there's structure in place. And this allows you to feel the structure and to feel the foundation and not feel like you're in your head so much, but to feel grounded. 4 life paths love the outdoors. They love nature. They love birds. They love animals because they know it grounds them. And the 4 in the traditional tarot is the same as the Emperor card, and that's the archetypal father. And this can be your father. It can be someone in authority position. So it could also be someone in the spirit world. And if you're into the archangels, I also too feel like it could be, if you have a favorite archangel or spirit guide that is helping you along your path and helping you walk your walk.